We created it making a song called Nerdcore Hip Hop. And basically, the main theme of that song was that he was making music that depicted him as not having to be the coolest kid in the room. And whereas in traditional hip hop, most times the person that does the music is the coolest guy in the room. And so he called his style of music nerdcore because there was no reason for him to portray to be cool because he knew he was not. And so his name became ironic as front a lot, meaning in traditional hip hop, the worst thing you can do is front, which is to portray yourself in a light that isn't accurate. And so he said, well, I front the most, and just kind of flipped it on himself, in a self-depreciating way. And yeah, so when I was making music, I discovered that gentleman, and it was only through just, I don't know, I feel like our paths kind of intersected, and it was through that I met a lot of others, Whitey Cracker, MC Lars, MC Chris, and others, and the list goes on and on. Now, there are maybe even hundreds of nerdcore rappers, but when I started in the mid-2000s, there weren't any that self-identified with the term. So yeah, we started off on this journey, me and K Murdoch, in 2010, where K Murdoch was a radio DJ, and I sent him my music, hoping that he would play it on the radio. And I sent him one album that was a traditional hip-hop album, and one album with a black Mega Man character on the front. And surprisingly, that's the one that got the most attention. He looked at that one, he listened to it, he enjoyed it.
But I was pretty close to throwing it out.
Yeah, because I'm sure the first thought is like,
oh, yeah, this is cover, and I thought it was a joke.
This is a joke, right? Like, that's what most people would think. I apologize for not pulling out more chairs. I was intending for this to be a stand-up dance party kind of thing. So I did leave a dance area so that when I do start playing songs, everybody can hopefully jump up and get down with me a little bit. But, so it's half panel, half rap, which means that's why you get half the chairs. All right. I would have cut the chairs in half if I actually had time and a chainsaw. But anyway, so he heard the Mega Man album that I did, and this was something I did kind of independently of knowing about nerdcore. I didn't know about it. It was just me trying to create something different. And so I took all the sounds from Mega Man that I could find, these little pieces of Mega Man songs, and I sampled them using a program called Reason. I think at that time I was on like Reason 3.0 or something. I think they're on like 8 or 9 now, but I chopped them up. I played little instruments on top of them and created hip hop tracks using Mega Man. And at that time, I called myself Random, and so I then called the name of the album Mega Ran, because it's Mega Man meets Random. And so put the album out, unaware of what would happen, but I was kind of afraid what it would do to, I guess, whatever cred I had already built up in the hip-hop scene. So I tried to release it on a separate website. I was using this site that I'm sure none of you ever heard of called MySpace, which is before your time, I'm guessing. But MySpace was the bee's knees at one point. It was like Facebook, Tumblr, Twitter, and all that put together. And it was great for music, and so I made a separate MySpace site for Mega Man, so that it would be separate from me in case anything legal went down. And I put it out, and then it got on the website of IGN, which is a leading video game site, and they reviewed my album and gave it like 4 stars out of 5, and they're like, this is a really cool album. I was like, whoa. And then that's when I knew I was officially on the radar, and it was bad for me because at that time I did this without permission, and I didn't know what would happen. So after the review, like 2 days later on the Mega Ran MySpace page, I get a message from Capcom, and it's the big C in the profile pic, and I'm like, ooh. And I read it, and this guy's like, hey, my name is Chris, I work at Capcom, we're at the community division, where basically we just kind of search the internet, find stuff that uses our copyright, and then contact the people about their intentions. And I'm like, oh God, this sounds kind of scary. So I think he was trying to be funny. He knew that this was something that scared me. So he skipped like what seemed like 8 or 9 lines in his email, and then he said, "Don't worry, this isn't a cease and desist." And he put a smiley face, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "Well, anyway, we like it. Capcom Unity is the site that we've created that shines a light on fan art, which we consider this album to be. This is fan art to the highest degree. You made an album all about our character. Thank you." And I'm like, "Phew, that sure beats getting sued." And later on, we went through a couple of steps and channels, and they interviewed me on the website. And next thing you know, I was getting called to play nerd rap festivals, like this thing called Nerdapalooza in Orlando. And at that time, I was officially nerdcore. And so I'm gonna play you a song, and this is the first song I did involving any Mega Man stuff. It was for Mega Man 2, arguably the greatest Mega Man of all time. Music is some of the most memorable. This is a track from the Woodman stage of Mega Man 2. And it all started from me just playing the game and humming tunes along with it. And I was just like, I can put words to this. And so a song came out of it called Grow Up. So I'm gonna need you guys to help me with this song called Grow Up. I'm gonna say, I just can't seem to grow up. Said I just can't seem to grow up. But you know what? And then I'm gonna need you to say, what? So let's try it. But you know what?
What?
That's good. I'll tell you when the beat drops. Let's do it. All right. It's hard for me to sit still during this song, so you can clap or do whatever you want. Just listen to the track. Yeah. I just can't seem to grow up. Said I just can't seem to grow up. But you know what?
What?
I don't think I would do. That was good. I just can't seem to grow up. Said I just can't seem to grow up. But you know what?
What?
I don't think I want to. That's better. Okay. I was a youngster, maybe 7 or 8, when I be up late playing games 4 hours straight. Maybe sitting around the couch trying to get a finger on. I'm at the level, thinking I'm a big on. Little did I know they didn't have an ending. Every couple of levels I went back to the beginning. All lessons to learn, I recovered fine. Didn't beat pitfall, we got time to try. The ADS came around, I had to get down. You didn't have it on my block, you were bound to get clown. My game was Super Mario, we played it to death. Used to get 150 turtles on the step. Learned that from Game Bro, but it's a shame though. Nowadays, video games ain't the same, bro. Complicated and not worth the price. You know something, they're a lot like life. And that's why I just can't seem to grow up. I just can't seem to grow up. But you know what?
What?
I don't think I would do. That's good. One more time. I just can't seem to grow up. Said I just can't seem to grow up. But you know what?
What?
I don't think I would to. That's good. Somebody say I don't care.
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 Say I don't care.
I don't care.
I know you are, but what am I?
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 Just can't seem to grow up. I just can't seem to grow up. But you know what?
What?
I don't think I would to. That's good. Don't forget. I just can't seem to grow up. That I just can't seem to grow up. But you know what?
What?
I don't think I want to. Okay. I beat every game in front of me. Now people's wanting none of me. Ransoms and video games they got in front of me. Mama knew how to punish me. Take away the cord. But to use the AC adapter for my keyboard. I knew that there was something amazing. My boys got in trouble, I was cool, I stayed in. Latchkey kid, home alone at Macaulay. 20 years later, still hosting land parties. I just can't seem to grow up. I just can't seem to grow up. But you know what?
What?
I don't think I want to. That's good. One more time. I just can't seem to grow up. I just can't seem to grow up. But you know what?
What?
I don't think I really want to. Now let's whisper. I just can't seem to grow up. Say I just can't seem to grow up. But you know what?
What?
I don't think I want to. Okay, not really loud. I just can't seem to grow up. Said I just can't seem to grow up. But you know what?
What?
I don't think I want to. Ooh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah!
Okay, so that was the first song I wrote. Kyle, you can probably pick up the story from there while I catch my breath.
Well, so what you want to pick up as far as like post Capcom?
Where was I? I didn't even tell the ending of the Capcom story. So you know the story. You've heard it 90 million times.
No, all right. So basically, do you want the long and the short of it? You know I'm long-winded.
Let's go with the medium of it.
All right. So basically, what happens is Rand gets the email. He gets scared, but then he sees, of course, in the message that they're not going to sue him. Just a sigh of relief. And then basically they say we like it, and they get up and come out and start performing at like all the conventions and stuff. And next thing you know, Mega Ran becomes the first officially licensed rapper or artist from Capcom. And that's where you off the flag.
Yeah!
So, yeah, there's a little more in there, but that was good. That was good. In between all that, the long story is actually on the Black Materia album, which I don't know if you heard, but I tell a really long story version of that at the end of it, and it explains in full that the Capcom folks, they wanted something that wasn't necessarily paperwork related. They just wanted like a handshake thing, and I was cool with that. But a friend of mine was not cool with that, and so he decided that he wanted us to get some sort of official word, and he made movies, and he wanted to use that song "Grow Up" that I just did at the end of this movie. And the movie's called Second Skin. I think it's on Netflix, and it's about video game addiction and how it can ruin lives. Something I know nothing about, but anyway, it's an interesting doc, and he wanted to use that song at the end, and I said sure, and he's like, well, yeah, just show me your license paperwork, and I was like, what? I don't have that. And so he called Capcom, and they made some things happen, and I got a letter, an email, which I'll never forget the title of. It says Capcom's blessing for Mega Ran finally comes through, and then it was a full. And he's like, sign off here, and you're good to go with a free $0 worldwide exclusive license. And I was like, this is awesome, but what does that even mean? And they were like, well, basically, you're allowed to continue doing what you're doing involving Capcom's works. So you're allowed to sample works of theirs. Just give us permission and mention and things like that. So it's pretty awesome. So since then, I've made 3 Mega Man projects kind of based around the different games. It's Mega Ran 9, Mega Ran 10, and a commission project that was Kickstarter, like stretch goal. And I'm going to do one of those songs from that in a little bit. Actually, next. This song's a little different because I'm actually singing on this song, and I don't sing because I can't sing. So, but luckily, I got the wise advice from a gentleman by the name of Kanye West. You ain't know him. It may have been in a dream, I'm not sure, but he told me through his words, his actions, and his music that you don't have to know how to sing. It's all about the emotion, getting that out there. If you can convey that, then you're good. So, and he also told me, auto-tune will save the day. Yeah. So, I decided I would do an auto-tune song. Now, this one is in the style of Michael Jackson, one of my favorite musicians ever. And it's called Rock With Me. It's a dance track, but again, no pressure. I know those seats are comfy. I know, because I picked them up, I put them up, and then I put them down. So I've touched them a lot. So anyway, this song's called Rock With Me. Yeah. This is so weird to do this in such a small room. But it's okay. I wish I could turn the lights off. Ooh, yeah. Where did you come from? Wait, it's off key. Oh no, I'm totally off key. What happened? Oh, I'm so sorry, y'all. Hold on. That's embarrassing. Check.
Off key with the auto-tune.
Yeah, when you're off, see the thing with auto-tune is, when you do it right, it sounds alright. When you do it badly, it sounds like...
Even worse than not being able to sing, right?
Yeah, it's like the absolute worst. You're like, oh my God. Let me say, hey, yeah, it's a little weird. I don't know, man. I don't trust it. I don't know. Something must have happened. I'm sorry. I must have kicked my little box a little too hard today. Kanye, I need a refund. I don't have enough time to actually tune this right now, but let's do a couple more songs and then I'll actually work on that. All right, so something we didn't actually do last night, so what I'm trying to do is make sure you get a different type of show. I apologize for leading y'all into that and then not doing it. But it is on that CD back there, and it's awesome. Just playing. All right, so, K Murdoch,
Yeah.
where do you come into this story?
So I come in right after that happens, and you get Capcone's blessing, and you send me your CD that I was almost about to trash because I thought it was a joke. You know, I saw this black, Mega Man on the front. And I was like, oh God, here we go again. Because I was working in radio and I got a lot of crazy stuff sent to me, but thankfully I listened to it and I loved it. And I back when we were using MySpace, back in the olden days, I reached out to you and I said, would you be interested in doing a record like where we sample a lot of different video games? Because I was just going to make an instrumental project, just sample some of my favorite video games, and then I found out it was a thing. And we did Forever Famicom 5 years ago, and here we are 5 years later in the Midwest with the auto-tune not working.
5 years. Yeah, we started this project in 2010, and we've been up and down the road since then. But it's been really fun, and not without its challenges, like auto-tune. But but anyway, I'm gonna do another song. How about we pick something from the album?
Okay. Something that
we did that last night. Give me the intro into the medley we did. All right, yeah, let's do that. All right, so this is how the album Forever Famicom starts. Basically, it's the intro is called Episode 3 because it's actually the beginning of the third kind of chapter of my life. The first one is as random, creating traditional rap stuff. Chapter 2 was Mega Man, making Mega Man music and meeting Capcom. Chapter 3 is meeting K Murdoch. So this is Episode 3.
The year is 20XX.
20XX.
There was a man.
A man.
His name
is
Mega Man.
me.
And he meets another man.
Another man.
A really cool, handsome guy.
Maybe. That's debatable. But his name was K Murdoch. All right. So this here is the introduction to Forever Famicom. If you could, put your hands up. Where you at? Everybody now, up and down. Yeah, 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 yeah. Thank you for that. All right. Yo, is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is he insane? Probably. All the above, all this pleasant game is right beside me. What did he do? Where did he go? Come back to the lane where we gained this most fame by rapping about the game. He was ready to quit. First was a one-shot kill. The big wigs got word of the style and the skill. And everywhere we go, people ask him the same exact question. When you gonna do some more gamer rap? So we decided to do some more gamer rap. Specifically, this one's from Yoshi. Let's go. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so the last one we did rap hand. This time we can clap our hands. Rest in peace to Hiroshi. I'm eating rappers like Yoshi. The streets are watching me closely. I'm so cold they wanna roast me. I'm representing the movement. Hop is under improvement. See the power of music and now they wanna influence all the future hip hoppers who used to wanna be doctors. Now they mamas and hoppers are wishing that they had stopped us. Chasing the chilly passion. Front of the mirror rapping. Finally getting excited and now we know what can happen. But not the money and vehicles that wasn't always feasible. We on again, off again. Season like the Eagles do. Now we back with her now. No relation to that. But similarly you can't see up when he relates to the track. Now we taking you back. Telling to take you back. Now we telling to take you forward. So watch the way that you act. And don't forget the past. Always move to the class. Every block is class. And every life like your last. No matter who you are or whatever you go home. You and now ready to step into my zone. A little of the east and the best of the west. All together with a splash of finesse. No matter who you are or wherever you go, you were never ready to step in another zone. Of all the places you chose to land, you were in the presence of the man that ran like that. Thank you.
Yeah!
Keep it going. Yeah. It's the third one. Let's do it. Alright, so this is from a game called Fact Xanadu. Nobody played it, but it had cool music, man. Alright, so we're gonna keep it old school on this one. Somebody need to repeat something. I'm used to the house party. Say, hola, hola, hola.
Hola, hola, hola.
My methods take hands back like Sam Beckett. Respected for my angle that I bring to the game, so my name resonates to the murder race. Play the game till I get the service age like the murder rate. And he lets me a lot of respect. Represent a muscle for the sign right now. Well, the people about progress, we gotta connect. Stash like funds coming out of your check. We trying to get that global acclaim. Take over the game, have the whole world know when the neck. Now put the beat on the ram, put the heat on. Rep until it's fitting in you beyond, we on. I never let no accept a chance we never been. Scared to force, we can't stand that set. Put the headphones up, then we get it in. We used to get it in, blowing no connectors. Say hola, hola, hola.
Hola, hola, hola.
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 Yeah. All right, I appreciate that. That there was a little walkthrough of the first few songs on the third Famicom album that we are touring to celebrate. So most of it was sampling our favorite names and doing some rap songs about them. But for this album, it wasn't. Some of these games I didn't not only not know, but some of them I didn't like. But it turned out that it was K Murdoch's. I gave him the wheel on this one, and he picked tracks from. And I don't even know if we discussed this, but like, what made you sample these particular tracks?
Every track on Famicom, for those who know the album, it was just like games I grew up playing. So I played a lot of Earthbound, Chrono Trigger, Double Dragon. Some games that were like, I don't even say called classics, they were just called 2K, Street Fighter 2K10, which we talked about. God, what else is on there? Guardian Legends, or the Guardian Legends. I mean, there's a lot on there. I can't even, DuckTales, I mean, come on. So there were certain games that were more popular than others, but yeah, that's the reason why. The method to the madness is that these are just games I like. I always remember the player when you name your character in Earthbound, and I always like that music. That's why I used it forever, and really, I like to say there was like a cooler explanation. It's just stuff I like.
That's cool, because like some of them, it made me go back and play. I'm like, I hadn't played some of those games.
Literally, how can I read? Literally on the Dreamcast. That was my game growing up.
Yeah, I really like that one. Star Fox, Metroid, a lot of other, classic and not so heralded games on that system. So, fast forwarding a bit, after we released the album, it wound up getting a lot of cool attention from people that were not only into hip hop and into games and into nerd culture, and a lot of people look at it as their first union of game and I hate to say urban because that sounds whack, but like but mixing game culture with with a lot of hip hop culture, and so and done on a good scale. Like, I mean, we've heard some stuff that wasn't necessarily put together well, and I was happy to kind of try to help to elevate that, and so people were into it, and so they were into it so much that we decided to create a DLC, which was like an expansion piece to the album.
Playing off the game culture.
Yeah, so we created like additional tracks that we would wind up using for other songs. Do you have hero music?
Yeah.
That one's from Zelda 2. I don't know how well I know that song, but we're about to find out. No. But play a little bit of the beat as well, as I said. You can. It's a Zelda 2 track, and from the overworld, and I enjoyed it. So if you now, it's that, and we've used like other games, F-Zero, and some other tracks, and Yeah, this was hero music. Right. Yeah. And then for this album, we actually used some tracks that didn't get used. There was actually a couple of bonus cuts on that album. One of them was Mario Kart, right? Did you do a Mario Kart track? So there's actually not lyrics on all of them. Some of them have lyrics, but some of them are just instrumental bonuses that appear on the album that were tracks that he made either later in the process or one of the few songs that maybe I just couldn't think of anything to. So after that, we made an album. We were continuing to tour off of that record, and some people were asking us for more stuff. And I'm like, well, I always have stuff that doesn't always make the cut or gets expanded upon. And so during like one of our various Kickstarter excursions, we were inspired to make what will become DLC 2. And so on DLC 2, we did a track using Donkey Kong Country, what was that, 2 or 3? 2. Donkey Kong Country 2. It's a track that a lot of people know. I'm gonna play a little bit of that if you got that. This is called By Your Side. It's a track that was actually commissioned by a good friend of mine who lives in Wisconsin. He was like, play that song for me. And I was like, okay. So we played it 2 nights ago. Open my eyes and now I see what you had on your mind. Don't go away, I don't mind. We've had some great old times, but if you ever need me, I'll be right by your side. They say it took forever, I say it's right on time. Open my eyes and now I see what you had on your mind. Thank you.
Yeah!
So that one was one of the few that were on that. That's it. There's a couple really popular ones. You want to do The Ruler's Back? Do a little bit of that. This is a Final Fantasy VI track from the Figaro Castle. You got, yeah, do the full thing. We'll do both verses. Fantasy fans here? Any?
Yeah!
Nice. Okay, this song's called The Ruler's Back. So at some point, I'm going to need you to say The Ruler's Back. So I'll try it. Say The Ruler's Back.
The ruler's back!
Say The Ruler's Back.
The ruler's back!
Yeah, I hear talking, see him staring at me. I am who I am, and I'll be what I be. If that don't please you, I'm cool with that. But tell the haters on the sideline, the ruler's back. Yeah, I hear talking, see him staring at me. I am who I am, and I'll be what I be. If that don't please you, I'm cool with that. Say the ruler's back.
The ruler's back!
Yeah, I'm a living lyrical, street smart, and lyrical, dropping critics, hysterical, living life, and lyrical, risking all. Outcome was bound to be terrible. They bragging about doing stuff we accomplished a year ago. Learn a lot that you can't argue with the idiot. They'll drag you to his level to beat you down with experience. Mild man and teacher, it's on peace when I meet you. Gas stick to the sweet so they asking the teacher. This man lays it down like it's bedtime. Went from hoping and acting cash begging on the headline. So that y'all forget I'm the man. Well, apparently, thick glasses and pool tea. Yeah, they're with me. And it was like stop rapping, you can act, we move back. Like Cairo did to move correct. I never thought I'd see the world. Regularly, I'm doing that. Anime Midwest, the ruler is back. Yeah, I'm talking, see him staring at me. I am who I am, and I'll be what I be. If that don't please you, I'm cool with that. Got the haters on the sideline, the ruler is back. Yeah, I hear him talking, see him staring at me. I am who I am, and I'll be what I be. If that don't please you, I'm cool with that. Say the ruler's back.
The ruler's back!
I was confused last year, which means this year was so far ahead and have to travel light years to get there. Even if you do arrive, you'll be in the spot that we left from, but that will be a parallel dimension. Universally based time violation. I'll be waiting in suspended animation for you to make innovation. In this creation remains in homeostasis in heaven. As you know it remains basic, which makes it theoretically impossible to see me. If I wasn't advanced, I probably couldn't be me. And if I didn't exist in this physical plane, there would never ever be another fitting of the name random. And due to that paradox, this verse will be history. Hope that didn't confuse you like it did to me. Well, let's break this down in plain English. I can't be back if I never left. Me and K ain't finished. And I'm talking, see him staring at me. I am who I am, and I'll be what I be. If that don't please you, I'm cool with that. Tell the haters on the sideline, the ruler's back, yeah. And I'm talking, see him staring at me. I am who I am, and I'll be what I be. If that don't please you, I'm cool with that. Say the ruler's back.
The ruler's back!
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah!
All right. So, not long after that, I was working on an album for a long time with a producer friend of mine from Phoenix by the name of Lost Perception. And in 2011, we released an album called Black Materia, which samples mostly from Final Fantasy VII.
Woo!
And is a retelling of that epic game story through music. And I did okay with that, but I remember hearing some crazy stories that actually, this is the actual album that kind of, everything was a gradual step. And I felt like once Black Materia came out, it was like the step became a leap, and the leap was a turbo boost to the next level. And one day I got a phone call. I was teaching at the time. I was an 8th grade teacher. And I got a text, I think. It was a friend who said, "Yo, man, your Black Materia album is on the front page of Reddit." And I was like, this is 2011. I was like, what the heck is a Reddit? And he's like, dude, you don't know. It's the front page of Reddit. It's the front page of the internet. Like, everybody's talking about this. I'm like, what? So I went and looked, and people were talking about it. And they were enjoying it. And then I started getting all these other phone calls from PlayStation Magazine. There was an article on me, and like a bunch of real cool places after that. And I was like, is this what being viral is about? And so I'm going to do a song from Final Fantasy VII, and it's not the actual song that you probably think came right out. I'm going to tell a story, and it's an epic story of love and confusion. And in my teacher fashion, I would love for all of you to do me a favor for one song, and let's all sit on the floor together. Right here. Let's all sit together. Yeah, this is going to be great. Story time, everybody! Somebody's got to get a picture of this. This is going to be awesome. Brent, can you get a photo of this? Thank you. All right. Or you get a photo, because you got a cool angle. Story time.
You all ready?
It's Mega Ran and K Murdoch. Okay, here's the story. So this story, again, is about love and confusion. I can remember taking walks by the lake when they're by my side. We were maybe 11 or 12 at the time. Inseparable, but strictly a platonic thing. A bit of a tomboy just trying to hang. We traveled everywhere as a duo. If I go, you know. If I know, you go. Best friends, but of course she was mine. We stumbled on that path past Nibelheim. I knew we weren't supposed to, but I did it, knowing full well her parents, they'd probably kill us. But she was with it, still let it continue. Never was the type to pass on a good adventure. When we saw the mountain, I don't recall who decided that it might be fun if we both tried to climb it. So inch by inch, till we almost made it topside. Heard a slip, then I saw a rock slide. I yelled, it might have sounded like I cried, cause we both crashed down to the rock floor. A 12-foot drop, but felt like a lot more. I black out, then the ambulance shows up. I was on crutches, she was in a coma. Man, I was hurt, but I was worried about Tifa. Her dad starts tripping, telling me you can't see her. Man, crushed like red pepper. Must have felt tears forming when he told me to forget her. Apologize forever, told him that I knew better, but he never ever approved of us being together. She was mad strong, that was inevitable. Said if you love her, try letting her go, but it hurts. Felt like somebody was kicking me. Words can't express what that conversation did to me. All because of one childish mistake. I might not again see her beautiful face, but yo, I love her. Man, I love her. And when I came back, things had changed. Oh, baby, oh, come on. You got what I need. Come on, come on. But you say he's just a friend. What? But you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need. And you say he's just a friend. And you say he's just a friend. Oh, every day for a week I went to Tifa's crib, brought soup, brought flowers and whatever we could give. Couldn't leave him at the gate, cause Dad got tired of me being at his place. Eventually Tifa recovered, and I had to tell her something I could no longer keep undercover. She was forbidden, but luckily she still wanted to see me. Tell me when and where I come through early like a preemie. You may have to sit down, brace yourselves for this next thing. I'm leaving town for Midcar next spring. The difference is this isn't for enjoyment. I'm not even going to find employment. I want to join soldier and be all I can be. And later, we'll come back for all of you to see. Who knows? Maybe I'll be the next Sephiroth. Promise she will be around just to see me off. She joked and said that I would be famous. She'd read about my adventures in the daily papers. Couldn't tell her why I did it, to be honest. Wanted to be strong, prove her father wrong. So right before I left, she made me make a promise that if you with us, and if we are ever in a bind, then you got us, I'd come to the rescue. But who's this Zach dude? You got what I need. Come on, come on. But you say he's just a friend. What? But you say he's just a friend. Oh, baby, you got what I need. You say he's just a friend. You say he's just a friend. Oh, yeah.
Yeah!
Oh, I appreciate that, guys. All right, you guys can get up.
Will you say like your inner DMX?
Did I? Come on! Take a look. Come on. All right, thank you guys. That was awesome. All right, so you didn't have to go back to your seats, though. You could have stood right here. That's what I'm seeing. He's ready. Like, he's ready to get down. All right. Okay, so we're working chronologically here. So 2011, Black Materia. 2012, made an album called Language Arts. Language Arts was a 3-part album based on my life as a teacher, and taught, before somebody asked, I taught language arts. What's language arts? It's reading and writing. English. What grade? I taught 7th and 8th grade. Now, it was super fun, but kids are crazy. So I got out of there. But I had some great stories to tell, which is why I made a whole album. This is one I hope you have. This is a story of a lovely man who one day transforms into a grotesque bug. Now, I don't know if you've ever read this story called The Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. Are you familiar with it? All right, this track's called Buggin'. And, wait a minute. Okay. Hold up. Even when I don't be having them songs. Okay, wait. All right. This is going to be a strange story. However, Gabriel, at various times, I'm going to need you to pause the track. Not slow down, but just a pause so that I can explain. And then, you got it. Yeah, a brief space bar tap. Inspiring DJ, eh? You must have been here earlier for the how to DJ course. I think lesson 1 was space bar usage. Lesson 2 was proper sunglasses. And sleeveless shirts. All right, anyway, let's get started. This is a track called Buggin'. It's gonna sound weird if you've never read the book, but books are cool, so I would suggest reading it. Here we go. My name is Gregor. I live with my parents. This year, they're celebrating 20 years of marriage. And my sis Greta, yeah, we get along pretty well. But she's on lockdown, sort of like the city jail. She plays the violin, a true virtuoso. And I'm not an expert, but I just know so. Anyway, I must have been having a bad dream. I was sweating and wrestling like I was just tag team. Woke up after fussing and squirming and woke up and transformed into a monstrous vermin. Looked in the mirror, I can't believe what I'm seeing. An 8-legged bug that used to be a human being. This is a head spinner. I can't go to work like this. Can't stay home, I'm the breadwinner. So I'm getting back in the bed. Sooner or later, we'll see. This is all in my head.
I can't believe what has happened to me. I'm a bug that no one is happy to see. I don't think it could get any worse than this. This is the metamorphosis.
Okay, so as you heard, this guy wakes up with a precarious predicament on his hands. He is now an 8-legged bug. The night before, human. Today, bug. Don't know what's going on. This is weird. I wake up. This has got to be a dream. I'll probably do the same thing. He hops right back into bed to take a nap. Hopefully it's over. That was when I knocked on the door. It was loud. It startled me. Then I fell over on the floor and I heard Gregor wake up. My boss and chief clerk is slogan is you get vacation when you're 6 feet in dirt. I'm a traveling salesman. And he's just lazy. Instead of walking here, he could have replaced me. And so I asked, yes sir, what do you want? He responds with, open this door at once. And so I did. When he saw this grotesque sight, he screamed and proceeded to run for his life. My parents and my sister were there too. She was shocked to scream, but they shoo me right back in the room and shut the door. So I just crawl on the ceiling. I spend the rest of my days thinking and chilling. Thank God for Greta who brings me food and recognizes vermin gotta eat too.
I can't believe what has happened to me. I'm a bug that no one is happy to see. I don't think it could get any worse than this. This is the metamorphosis.
All right, so things are getting weird. My boss is there. I'm still a bug. Things are crazy. I gotta go to work. I'm the only person in the house that works. So what are we gonna do? My parents see me. They just shoo me back in the room. They're like, yeah, get out of here. Boss runs off. He might just fire me. I don't know what's happening. So something's gotta happen. Here we are. Since I'm an insect and I can't work, it's about time for the family to prove their worth. It's the only way that we can keep this house we got. So my papa gets a job at the valet lot. Greta and mom work too. She got no time to bring me milk, boilers, use watermelon rinds. And if I need it, I guess I gotta go for self. I can go to the fridge, I don't need any help. But as I got to the kitchen, heard a key in the latch. It was Dad in his hand, a bushel of apples. He threw each one at me. They landed in my back, got stuck, left a dash. Tried to make a dash to the room, I'm in pain. Only thing I can do is my sister comes through and she starts acting new on me. Back to my room to come to my demise. My family was relieved, they went on with their lives.
I can't believe what has happened to me. I'm a bug that no one is happy to see. My back, I don't think it could get any worse than this. This is the metamorphosis.
Game over. All right, thank you guys for that. I don't know if anybody picked up any sort of lesson from that book. I argued with my professor for the whole day when we finished reading this book. I was like, yeah, I don't know. And he was like, well, you're supposed to make your own meaning. And I was like, well, meaning I took from it, like grown up now, I can look at it and say, well, it's a sad meaning, but I feel like family, friends, close people, unfortunately, they will let you down. Like, I hope that wasn't the point of it, but, or the second that you can't do anything for people is when they'll turn their back on you. And I really hope that's not true.
Both of those are pretty bleak.
But we can't ask Kafka, he's been dead a long time. All right, so anyway, thank you for that. That's a exploration through the album Language Arts. We got a little bit of time, maybe 10 minutes. I don't know what's happening in here afterwards, but you guys having a good time?
Yeah!
This is the most intimate show I've ever done, and I like this a lot.
Yeah!
I like the intimacy. We're really getting closer. All right, so 2012, it was that. 2013, we did a little bit more work with Forever Famicom. We did DLC 3, the final edition. What did we? Oh, I did Yoshi from that. End of 2013, I did this album called Trap, which stands for Television and Radio Are Poison. And that was just how I felt at the time. Then I discovered this show called Game of Thrones, and I was like, yo, all TV is not bad. I was mainly just talking about reality TV. That's the bad stuff. But anyway, this is a song from that album, transported into another 2013 project I did called Blur Bomber, where we did Sonic and Mega Man stuff. And so I knew if I made a song lambasting mainstream TV and radio, no one would listen to it. So I put a Mega Man beat behind it. So this is Mega Man X. This story is called 20XX. You ready? Wait! Okay, slow down. I'm gonna say some things, and these are things that I say to rappers that I don't like usually. Because a lot of rappers, at least when people come to me, they're like, you know, you're the good rap. And I'm like, there is some other good rap out there. And just so that we got here, we all know, you are listening to rap right now. And if you like what you hear, you like rap. All right? let's not, don't come to me and say, you know, I hate rap. And you're cool. That's like a step, well, a big step. I'm gonna exaggerate. But it's a big step below, he speaks so well. So think about that. All right? Let's do it. Okay. Yeah. You ain't about no murder, and you ain't about no killing. Stand up for yourself, brother. Go and raise some children, got that trap jumping, that cat busting, that money all in your line. But I'm staying all in my grind, and we ain't got no time. You a king. You ain't a pimp, you ain't a hustler, you're a king. You ain't a dealer, you my brother, you a king. And yo, the sooner you discover you a king, show the love don't make you no sucker. I was on world tours, they was on World Star. Motherland, the house right where them girls are. Spinning everything on the chains and sports cars. Getting support in your towns like Dolly in a sports bra. Take my E's in them B's on my report card. Now I gotta see what the Academy Awards are. They say you're like a Johan of your time. Your grind used to be on in no time. Problem is I don't bite my tongue from the coastline. Nigerian nightmare dragging them through the goal line. Christian the toy yet, ripping the floor yet. Did it the raw way, Toledo Broadway. I heard if you don't work, then you don't eat. So we put in work, yeah.
on me. See, them times are hard, but we ain't stressing. Go and count your paper. We gon' count some blessings. You ain't about no murder. You ain't about no killing. Stand up for yourself, brother. Go and raise some children. Trap jumping, cat busting, got money all in your mind. I'm staying all of my grind. We ain't got time. You a king. You ain't no pimp. You ain't no hustler. You're a king. You ain't no dealer. You my brother. You a king. Hey yo, as soon as you discover you a king, showing love won't make you no sucker. Brother, pull your pants up. Stand up like a man, bruh. I know times will wrestle, time to struggle for the answer. This stuff is cancer, eating at your soul. Fighting over materials, we ain't even got no control. I say television is poison, radio poison. Reality TV shows ain't the only place to employ it. You just think you enjoying, you just sit and destroying. Ain't got to kill us, bruh. We can do without 4 of them. Most of my favorite rappers are hypocrites. Well, I guess expected that we should flip a bit. Time to mash out, finally hear a little fame. I hear no so much, I think it's my middle name. When I blow like winds in Chicago, try to stay positive but truthfully only God knows. Say a soul for a mercy till I go. You know, we know, she know, y'all know. You ain't about no murder, you ain't about no killing. Stand up for yourself, brother. Go and raise your children. Trap jumping that gap, busting got money all of your mind. I'm sticking all of my crime. Y'all gotta help me out. You a king. You ain't no pimp, you ain't no hustler, you a king. You ain't no dealer, you my brother, you a king. Hey yo, the sooner you discover you a king, showing love will make you a sucker, you a king.
Yeah!
Thank you guys. Woo! I appreciate that. All right, we are at the 5-minute mark. This is probably when I would end. You just got here? Oh, that's totally my fault. I apologize. You just getting here. I'm so sorry. All right, so I was trying to make sure I didn't do things I did last night. You guys might have saw the freestyle last night. However, all right, we have a choice that you now have to make. A life or death choice. No. Do you want to live? Okay, so here's what's going to happen. Last 5 minutes, there's 2 possible things that can happen. 1, I could do this freestyle wherever.